good? This is Chef David Olson with Live Fire Republic, and it is summer in Michigan. We're here at Beard's Blueberry Farm in West Michigan. Now, why are we standing in the middle of a blueberry farm? Frankly, I've got a sweet tooth, and tonight we're making live fire pie. Now, what's different about our pie is we're gonna be picking the blueberries, raspberries, apples, and strawberries all on our own. It's time to get our hands dirty and get to work. Let's go. We literally missed the season for picking strawberries by one day. We're praying this morning we can find them here at the farmer's market. Let's go. Far and wide for strawberries. Strawberries. Do you work out? Are you the bouncer at the farm, just out here like on your Saturday?
Is. Don't mess with them.
I know.
It's all for looks, I swear.
All right, time to soak up the L. We can't find our apples. Onto the grocery store. This variety of blueberry is actually called Blue Crop. It's an earlier season of blueberry. It has a bit of tartness to it. The later season, the Jersey blueberries are sweeter. They're smaller, but they don't come in until early fall, late summer arena. Here at the peak time of summer season, these berries, you can't find any better in the world. All right, I think we've picked more than our fair share of berries. It's time to hit the road, light the fires, and make some pie. Here we go. Yo, we've landed here in my backyard and it's time to get the fires lit. We're doing pies three ways. We're doing a strawberry apple with spiced bourbon, blueberry with basil, and raspberry with ginger and a pistachio crust. It's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Let's get started. This cook takes place over 5 super easy breezy stages. Number 1, processing our shortbread style of dough. 2, preparing our fruit filling. 3, loading up the cast iron. 4, popping it inside of the smoker. And 5, devouring without prejudice. For this recipe, we're using 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, this flour goes down into the bottom of our food processor. There's not a lot of science to this madness. It's a matter of just getting the ingredient into the processor. Here we go. Get in there. There we go. Next in, salt and sugar. And we have equal parts kosher salt and granulated white sugar. 1.5 tablespoons in. Now, if you'd like your pie dough a little bit sweeter, feel welcome to add sugar. You can in fact prepare this exact same recipe without the sugar. Lid on and pulse together the sugar, salt, and the all-purpose flour. What we're ensuring at this point of the process is that our flour, sugar, and salt are well combined. There we go. Now next in is gonna be Irish butter. I love Irish butter because number 1, it tastes good, and 2, it's healthy and good for you. 3 sticks of unsalted butter in. Get out of there. Now this is super cold butter, by the way. This has actually been in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. And here, again, pulse to combine. There we go. Now this should start to come together when it gets a little bit clumpy. That's really what we're looking for here. There we go. Let's take a look and let's see what we got. Here we go. There we go. So it's kind of fine. It's starting to really clump in. Now we don't want to overwork at this juncture. It's time to get the water in, and this is where the dough is going to come together. For 3 full pie dough crusts, you're going to need just over a half a cup of ice cold water. Now, we used a half a cup plus 1 tablespoon. And listen to me, this isn't grilling. This isn't live fire cooking. This is baking. This is a baking component of our cook. It's science. Don't get outside of the box on this. Follow the ingredient instructions specifically, and I promise you every single time, it'll be perfect. Ice cold water in a few tablespoons at a time, and then pulse to combine. There we go. Keep pulsing and working together. A little more water. All right, there we go. Flip this bad boy on, see what happens. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Boom. Check this out. That's it. Every single time. I'm telling you, this recipe is money. And look at this. Look at this pie dough crust. So buttery, so rich, comes right together. Look how smooth and beautiful that is. Now today we're not just making pie, we're making free-form, open-face gillettes. They're rustic, simple, super beautiful, and above all, they're easy and perfect for outdoor cooking. First pie calls for getting your hands dirty. We're gonna mash up these blueberries by hand, fold in chopped basil, sugar, cornstarch, and that's it. Raspberry, very similar to the blueberry. And just get a really nice mash going on in here. And we're just activating up. We're just activating all the juice and the liquids. And I don't want to overwork this because I really like the inconsistency in texture in a galette. Now we're only adding in 3 level teaspoons of white sugar because frankly, we're adding a lot more sugar. We're gonna be doing a Northern Michigan smoked maple syrup from Blee Gourmet. Let's get it in. Now we have a little bit of work to do on this pie. Not much, but we're using 2 different fruits. We're using local strawberries and Honeycrisp apples. All right, this is gonna be a spice apple and strawberry filling. We have cardamom, we have a bit of mace, we have some cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Before the pie filling goes into the crust, we actually created an almond flour intermediary. This, the intent and purpose, is twofold. It creates taste, texture, but more importantly, it absorbs the liquid as the sugars in the juices are cooked out of the fruits. So, in we go. The hard part is well over at this juncture. It's time to get the pies in the fire. All right, 30 minutes later and our pies are done. This has to be one of the things that I love absolutely most about the state of Michigan this time of year. It's hunting and harvesting your own fruit, smoking and preparing your own pies in the backyard. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a warm fire and the smell of sweets to bring your good buddies here to the backyard at the house. Welcome in my very good friend, Chef Drew Turnipseed, head of our in-person experiential events at Live Fire Republic, and my Canadian brother from another mother, Mel Schmiller Jr., legend, Dark Side of the Grill. Well, listen, you guys, it's up to you guys to help me decide which pie is the absolute best here. So, in reverse order, okay? So I'm gonna go reverse order. I'm gonna tell you which one I think is gonna be my favorite. So in reverse order, we have the apple with the whiskey, strawberry, and a walnut crust. We have the blueberry with lemon, basil, and we have a pistachio crust. Nice. Check that. That's the almond crust. We've had too much of the whiskey in the downtime. This is the almond crust. And then we have a super rad raspberry ginger with the pistachio crust here. Right on, man. You guys hungry?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get fed, okay? Let's get fed. Here we go. The smallest fork I have for the biggest guy in the room. Drew, here we are. Right. Camera guy. There we go. Beauty. Okay. All right. Which one you want, man? Which one you go with first?
I'm going to go right there, brother, with the blueberry.
Let's go. Let's dig in. Okay. Now, I call this a pie cutter or a quiche cutter. Is Chef Drew? Is that the right language here?
You know, I have no idea. Perhaps a frittata. I don't know. Could be eggs. Could be this. Could be that. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Let's just slide this in. Oh, look at that. Cue the sexy music. Wow, wow. All right, here we go. Chef Drew, kick you off with a little bit of blueberry. Mel, my friend, what are you gonna go with? Strawberry. Strawberry. All right, 1 second here.
Oh, it looks and smells fantastic.
Actually, that's not even slow motion. I'm just lifting it up slow for total effect of the camera. All right, here we go. Getting that in there. All right, here we go. There you go. It's a mess. But listen, these are Gillettes. They're not pies. Gillettes have I'm gonna go here with the raspberry. You guys let me know what you think about those. All right. Drew, what do you think on that blueberry, man?
Dude, that's killer.
It's good?
What he was saying. You know
Sweetness?
what's funny, man? No. I mean, it's got everything you need to it right there. Our flavor profile is on point. I'm not a huge dessert guy, but that absolutely is something I'll eat every single day.
You get the really cool herbiness and there's that butteriness
And
in the
I
crust.
love that. Oh my god, it's just so well balanced. And for somebody, like I said, who doesn't really get into desserts all that much, this is absolutely stunning.
Man, awesome. Okay, Mel, what do you think, man?
You know what? I have to agree with you. This is tart. This is super
Yes.
fresh and super tart. I'm loving this. There's no sugar. It's all super.
That was the point of this one. So we wanted to have a ton of contrast between these 3 different pies. I'm gonna have you guys get into these next ones, but let's go ahead here. Just got out the raspberry myself. Now, what I liked about the raspberry was we used a little bit of brown sugar in here. We have the ginger to bring a little bit of spice and heat. I want to get some of the crust. Look at that. I don't need to taste another one. That right there, that's like grandma's raspberry pie. Not my mom's raspberry pie, because no one's gonna be mom's pie.
No,
Okay?
nobody can.
I didn't want to say it because my mom's here inside. That's like grandma's pie, but better. That's insane. But you get in there, that ginger really speaks through. So good. So good.
And I have to say the cast really did something nice on that crust.
Oh, totally.
It's perfect. Just the way it finished it up on the outside there. Nice and crispy, golden. That's fantastic.
So much. Well, guys, we have plenty of people to feed around here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me out here. There's nothing like...
I'm not even waiting
Just
anymore.
kidding. Who needs friends when you got friends like these, you know? But listen, if you guys love this episode, make sure you do a couple things for me. Number 1, smash that subscribe and hit the bells. I'd love to know what your favorite pie recipe is in the comments below. My friends, this has been Live Fire Pie, Michigan style. Stay hungry. Let's go. Is that good? Yeah. Of course it is.
Where'd you get those raspberries, man? Ours aren't that big.
We literally had to go pick them.
Is that right?
Yeah, Alex and I were literally out picking blueberries. We picked raspberries, and then we went to the farmer's market, and by the grace of the good Lord, actually found apples and strawberries in the sort. So it's raspberry ginger, that's basil and blueberry,
We had to buy the apples at the store.
and then this is apple and strawberry.
All right, thank you.
Okay. There we go. That man right there can eat some pie. If that pie is good, I'm going to know about it in just a minute. If it's not, I'll also know about it. Strawberry?
No, I just want
The
a little.
blueberry one's really good.
I just want some of the pie dough.
Oh, you want more of the pie
I
dough?
want the dough.
Just the dough, not the filling?
What about the crust?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like that too. All right, and then just a little bit.
Just a little itty bit?
You need to have the strawberry one. I like the strawberry one better
Don't
than
like
the
all the
blueberry
nuts.
one.
I love the it's divided right now. Which one's the best one? We're gonna find
The
out.
raspberry one's definitely the
Grandpa's
best
gonna
one.
tell us here in a second.
That's I. You're down now. All right, I'm good. I'm good, blueberry.